I am Brad. We are at Yowza Fitness Center, corporate in, where are we? Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome to Yowza, guys. I get excited just talking about Yowza equipment, so just the name itself, Yowza, right? Kind of makes me smile each time. And I love the colors of this machine. You know, one of the other facilities that we've been to, by the way, while it's on my mind, we are inside the customer service area. So if you hear voices in the background of folks talking, these are live calls going on, guys, and they have some of the best in the business and in the industry on customer service. So, but I love the colors on this machine, kind of a small point, but you know, I get tired of looking at the same gray and black on everything. So this is just bright colors and I like it, just my preference. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So we've been on a lot of elliptical machines over the years. I personally like ellipticals. If you've seen some of our other review videos, I rarely use a treadmill myself. It's just my personal preference. I do have, unfortunately, somewhat of a slight back issue. And the advantage of the elliptical is it doesn't agitate the area in my lower back. So it's really easy on those joints. We don't have much impact going on as far as the knees, the ankles, the hips, and even that lower back. So certainly some huge benefits of the elliptical, and you're able to work out various muscles as well. So not to take anything away from a treadmill, because you certainly work out different muscles in running or jogging than you would on an elliptical, but it's just another piece of equipment that you'd want to have in your lineup to have basically a full package, okay? So as I get on this machine, yeah, just some things that I noticed right off the bat. The ability to, you know, sort of position my hands in a couple of different places on the handles, which I like. I'm 5'10". If you're slightly height challenged or maybe a shorter person, you may want to hold on to the handle down lower. And of course, you could even come down here if need be. It doesn't have the nice foam protection down at the bottom, but it's still certainly, yeah, it's comfortable even with my hands around the pipe down lower. So just working some different muscles, I can sort of let my feet go along for the ride and do all the work with my upper body and really feel, yeah, you can feel those different muscles being worked up in the bicep area, tricep, and in the chest. Okay, so yeah, I like that. I like these handles, so if you have some problems with your wrist, these are very easy to hang on to, they're comfortable. So just another benefit. Now, if you're looking for a distraction, lots of bells and whistles, this is really not the machine. I'm a guy that when I crawl on a machine, I like to press start, manual mode, and just go right to work, set my intensity level to how much pressure that I like. This one has, it doesn't have the electromagnetic system on the drag. It does have a motor, but seems to work just fine. We've not seen any disadvantage there. I also like to just set manually the elliptical motion that's comfortable for me. So by changing that motion, you can work out different types of muscles, either from lower glutes up to the front, even those calves. And you can see the structural support moving as I change that. Yeah. So as that arm rotates forwards or backwards, it's changing the motion of where my feet and legs go to, and in doing so, we're working different muscles. Now, one of the things that I've noticed on ellipticals, and we've pointed this out in some of our other videos, my toes do tend to fall asleep sometimes. If I'm on a machine for a half an hour to an hour, most of the machines that I get on at our gym at home, they just have sort of a fixed pedal position, and that means that the pedal itself doesn't really ever change, so it's always going around, and in doing so, sometimes I'm sort of standing on my tiptoes while I'm exercising. The disadvantage is it just causes my toes to go to sleep. Now, what I like about this machine, let's see if we can get a shot. There you go. See that pedal rotate? See the smile on my face? I like that, all right? So it's really a huge benefit. Seems like a small thing, but I don't know why other folks don't do it. I mean, it's just needed. It's something that you need in an elliptical machine. It's just having a pedal that rotates back and forth to the natural position of your foot as you sort of kick off at the back and your heels up and you put pressure on your toes. I want that pedal to flow with my foot. So I like that fact. The designers at Yowza have done a really good job. Another thing to point out when you're shopping for ellipticals, you have options of front drive versus rear drive. We have some articles on our site, I believe, discussing the pros and cons, so certainly take a look at that. I like the rear drive machine. To me, it just seems that the pattern up the elliptical is more natural with the rear drive. It's getting ready for me to get on. All right, it's doing its thing. The other thing too, and the benefit of the rear drive, so the pedal is just a low mount. It's only about 9 inches off the ground, so you don't have to step up really high, and don't have to worry about falling and that type thing. And then two, and this is huge, there are no rails back here to deal with. Many of the front drive machines, they have to have something in the back for the pedal to actually move up and down on. So you have a rail system. It's a little bit more noisy, some bearings there to contend with, perhaps some lubrication to deal with. So you just eliminate all of that on this rear drive. So I really like that. Now this machine has several preset workouts, so you can use one of the workouts available on the machine. You can go with the manual mode if you prefer. I like the fan. Seems like a small thing, but trust me, when you're working out, you need a fan. Now, one thing that I'm not noticing on this machine, there's nowhere to put my water bottle or anything like that. So you're just going to have to sit that down at the side. It does have a cool place to, we had an iPad up earlier, but so if you want to slide in an iPad or something right here, you could certainly do that because it has a really good station there to do so. Watch a movie, nice distraction on Netflix while you're doing your workout. Or if you do like me, I usually watch Barefoot Contessa. I'm not endorsing her show, but I just really like watching her show. She does a great job cooking. Now the speakers we tested out a little bit earlier, not on this machine, but the ones that we have tested so far, I've been pleased with the quality and sound. It's not a Bose surround sound system where you're going to get everything happening behind you, but for the purposes of working out, not having to listen through some earbuds or anything like that, I like having that sound coming out of here. Now this particular machine just has a jack, so you can plug it into your device, your iPad, iPod, Android, whatever that you may be working with. One of the things too that I like is it has the ability so that if you purchase one of these chest straps, you can actually hook this here and synchronize that with the machine, so it'll show up right on the LCD what your pulse rate is while you're working out. So that's already built into the machine. I think the strap itself you have to purchase separately, but those are a fairly inexpensive option. Okay, so I think we've covered the main points of the machine. Now Yowza offers in the Jupiter line, so we have a Jupiter Plus and 3 different ones. There's not a tremendous amount of difference between those. I do encourage you to go directly to the Yowza Fitness site to go through the specs individually, but I made just a few notes for difference. So this one is an 18 to 24 inch stride length, and what stride length means is how far that stride is, okay? So to go up to 2 feet there, that's the maximum, and it'll go down as low as 18 inches. So you could get a really short, if I change this elliptical pattern, you could get a really short pattern and really get some speed out of that. The 2 series that are below the Plus, I think they go from 18 to 22. So you lose a couple of inches there on the stride. If you're a taller person, you're probably going to want to stay with the 24-inch machine. Otherwise, I'm fine with recommending that 22-inch stride. Okay, a couple of the machines do have the belt sensor built into it, and I think the lower end, the $999 model, does not have that. So just something to look at. Warranty, you'll see a little bit of difference there. Really good warranty period when it comes to Yowza products, but you will notice a differentiation between the lower price point machines and the higher price point. So often what you're paying for there is a longer warranty period. Difference in the incline, this one will go up to 35%. Some of the other models are rated at 25. You'll notice a little bit of handle difference between the models, some delivery preferences there, and we'll show you on this video screen what your options are for delivery. So yeah, I think that's all I can think of for now. So if you have more questions, just check out our site at www.fitness-equipment-source.com. Thanks so much.